This conference will now be recorded.
So now recording is on, and my screen should be visible and voice should be very much up and clear. Is that fine, guys? Like my voice is clear and the screen, you can see my screen. Okay. Okay, great, thank you. I guess your everybody's messages are reply privately. Are you guys able to see each other messages? If not, then let me know, then I will make sure that they you guys send message to all, not just to me. Chat with everyone. Yep. Okay. Okay, so I guess when you guys are replying, you can reply to all, not just to organizer or like that. So I guess everybody is replying to organizer only. You can make it to everyone, so then everybody will be able to see your messages. So like going forward, if you will be having any question, then everyone will be able to see it. It has only presenter only or organizer options only. No having other option. Just a second, let me check if there's any setting. It should be chat with everyone, it is written. Can you guys check now if you can reply to all? Okay. Gopal is still able to reply to everyone, but somebody says not still only you. Okay, anyways, like I will make sure that I will repeat your question if there will be any. Few people are still able to reply to all, but few are not. Anyway, this is fine. Okay, cool. And recording will be there, so do not worry. I will be uploading this recording on the YouTube channel, so it will be available for you all. Okay, so let's start with some amazing things which we have, like innovations for the testers, which can help a lot you guys to learn, save time, and do things in a way that you feel something creative. First of all, like what's happening today in testing space. So how do you guys keep yourself updated with the testing? Can anyone let me know, like how do you guys keep yourself updated with like what's happening in the testing space? Anyone, how do you guys keep yourself updated? Like let's say you have to keep yourself updated with like what's happening in the Bollywood. So we used to use a lot like Instagram, Twitter. We get a lot of information like what's happening in particular space. So how do you guys get all the information like what's happening in the testing space? Okay, so Vijay is saying webinars like this, newsletter, resources from LinkedIn. Perfect. You see, with the help of LinkedIn, some testing channels using tools. Perfect. Great answers are coming in. Okay, so you see that uh, like when we used to follow LinkedIn or any particular channel as well, so whatever information we used to get, that is like very limited, because there are many people those who used to write the blogs and articles on Medium, right? Many, there are YouTube channels, thousands of YouTube channels are there, but we cannot follow all of them, right? As also at the same time, you see, every day one cannot open like Medium blogs, YouTube. Thousands of YouTube channels are there. We cannot like subscribe to all the YouTube channels. So it becomes like really difficult. Like there are also at the same time there are thousands of amazing website like testing companies, those who are writing blogs and helping people, like Lambda Test, Tricentis, a lot many are there, Test Sigma, Test Rigger. So all these websites used to keep writing lots of amazing blogs and article for our testing community, but it is really difficult that we can follow all of them. Do you guys agree with me that we cannot follow like all these articles, all these platforms? So how do you guys, how we can keep ourselves updated? Like if anybody in the testing community, if any YouTuber create the YouTube video related to testing, if any company from the testing space write a blog or share information about testing, any article, any tool, new technology for testers, if anything is being done, we should get notified. So for that we have this tool, testing daily. So you will not have to follow, or you will not have to worry like what all is happening in the testing space. You can get everything at one place. Like you see, this is testing daily. So this is a kind of like a feed aggregator which used to collect all the latest feed of testing at one place and shows you, like it can serve all the feeds like every moment. Like right now, let's say, because what happens, like right now if you will not open LinkedIn, whatever blogs article comes, they goes down. Hardly like one two articles will be there when you will go back in the top, or any article you can miss a lot of information like what's happening in this space, in the testing space. So for that we have this testing daily app now. This is available as a browser plugin. So you see, every time once you install this testing daily browser plugin in your browser, every time you open new tab, you will see the feed like this. Like this webinar is coming in, you get the information, what articles, what, how Selenium WebDriver helps. So if somebody has written on Hashnote, Test Guild, VTest, any company like any Medium or blogger, blog, YouTube, or any particular website, all that feed you get here in testing daily. Every time you open new tab, you get the new feed. If I have to let you guys understand this much better, like I'm sure many of you must have used Edge browser. In Edge browser, if you open new tab, you will see that this kind of news feed used to come, which is generally not at all useful for us. Generally, as a as a tester, for me as a tester, this feed is not at all helpful for my career. But if something is being shown here, served here, which will be helpful for my career, for my knowledge, then that's very very useful for me. So that's where this testing daily browser extension comes, which you can install it in your browser. And every time going forward, whenever you will open a new tab to open a website, because if I have to open a website anyways, I will open a new tab. So meanwhile I'm typing here, let's say I want to open flipkart.com. Meanwhile, I'm opening flipkart.com. I can see some feed here. Web services, test automation, why developers and security tools just don't click. So these feed I'm getting, so I'm getting something new every time. Maybe like I'm not expert of each and every kind of testing or keywords in testing, but from here I will get to learn a lot. And you just keep scrolling, you will see more and more and more feed here. So that's where like this testing daily helps a lot. And here you can see that what challenges are there which you can participate in testing, how you guys can get to know that what all certificates, any testing new tools comes, any new technology come, any webinar is happening. So that all things you get to know from here. So this is testing daily. And it is also available as a mobile app. So you see that generally what happens, like every early morning we used to get up, go to toilet, in bathroom we used to spend hours of time and keep ourselves updated like what's happening in the social media, right? Like Instagram reels, everybody used to sit for hours and like half an hour, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and we used to keep scrolling. that is just a waste of time. Yes, we do get entertained, but if you give just 1 2 minutes and scroll the feed on testing daily mobile app, you will be learning a lot and you will be keeping yourself updated like what's happening in the testing space. This is like testing daily mobile app. You just open in your mobile and you will keep scrolling, keep seeing the feed like this. And you can quickly install it on your phone. It is available on the app store as well as play store, both on iPhone and Android phones. You can like if you guys don't have it, just scan it and install it on your phone, this mobile app. This is already being used by more than 20,000 testers on mobile and more than 10,000 on browser extension, as a browser extension. And also like you used to get like mobile notification as well, like whenever there is a new article, something new comes, you will also get notified. So this is like absolutely useful to keep you guys updated with the information what's happening in the testing space. No other feed, no other junk feed, like anything which is not related to tester, it will not show you, not serve you. I will hold for 1 minute. You guys can scan in and install it. This is absolutely free app. Was any one of you already using this app? Great. This is free app. Free app. Rohit, this is free. Whatever tools and technology I will be showing you guys, everything is free. I will not be showing anything which is paid. If anything will be there, like only testcasestudio pro and SelectorsHub Pro is there, but I will not be talking about those. I will be showing only the free version. Everything whatever I will be showing solution or tool, that everything is free. And testing daily is absolutely free. I hope now by far everybody has scanned this. So I'm moving on, and I will also show you how you can install it on browser. So it's very simple. You just on SelectorsHub website. So every tool which I will be showing you guys, if you miss any link or anything, it will be available on SelectorsHub website. So you need not to worry. Everything you will find on SelectorsHub homepage itself. You see that here, SelectorsHub Test Case Studio Testing Daily. So this is testing daily. It will open like this. Here you will get the scanner as well as Android Play Store link, App Store link, Chrome browser link. So let's say you want to install it on Chrome, you just click on add to Chrome. And because this is already installed on my browser, so it is showing remove from Chrome, you can install it. And you can see that here 9,000 plus users it is showing here. It's also available on Edge browser, Opera browser, whichever browser you are using, Firefox, all the browsers it is available. It's very simple. So in place of showing the blank tab, you can every time see the feed here. And if you want to search on Google, you can simply search here. Anything you want to search, you can search here. This will search on Google like as usual it used to serve, like you used to search. Just that like it is extra advantage for you. Anything you want to search inside testing daily, that you can search here. Like let's say I want to search for selenium, you can search here for selenium. You also get the official blogs, articles from selenium, and you can just sign up and register here on testing daily. So then you will be able to customize the feed. Like you can see from which all platforms the feed is coming. More than 500 resources it is collecting the feed today. All the like more than 150 plus YouTube channel it used to collect the feed. I'm sure none of you have subscribed these many YouTube channel of testing. Hardly you guys might be knowing 5 10 maximum 10 YouTube channel from the testing space. And we all, like including me, of course, even I don't know, but this is the tool which will like collect feed from everywhere related to testing, whether it is a Cypress official blogs, Selenium, or anything. Everything it will be you will be getting here. GitHub, like has node, anywhere it will be here. Then there are lots of feature. You can upvote, you can bookmark any article. Like let's say you don't have time right now because you are on a webinar or you are in traffic sitting in cab, you want to bookmark that particular any particular thing, that you can bookmark. Like this is a mobile app. I will quickly show you guys. You see that in the mobile, like let's say I'm in the this webinar right now, I cannot read or watch any article or anything. I can simply bookmark this, and whenever I will have time I will watch this, and it will be available in my bookmark. So bookmark, popular, most popular article, customize feed, everything is available. This is also available in dark theme. I will highly request all of you that please share this app with your colleague, with your friends, in those who are in testing space. It will really help them a lot, and especially freshers as well. And there are a lot more features. And of course, I will also ask you guys that please do add the review as well, which will encourage me to add more and more features. So this is testing daily, guys. Next up, before I move on to the next thing, please let me know if you have any question, any feedback. How many of you were not aware about testing daily? Anyone out there? Though it's been for almost like now 1 year for this app out there in the market, but yes, it's still because not any paid marketing done or something like that. We are not any funded company, so yes, many still were not aware. But I will request you guys, whatever you learn from this session, whatever new tool you get from this session, please do share with your team, with your colleague, and in LinkedIn wherever possible, so that more and more people get to know about it. That will really help. Great. Okay, cool then. Next up, I will also share this PPT guys with you, and this recording will be available, so that if you want to present this in your company or with in any conference or meetup, you can feel free to do that. That also helps a lot. Next up is SelectorsHub. Okay, so SelectorsHub is a simple browser plugin which helps you guys to write XPath, edit XPath and selectors, any kind of selectors, any kind of XPath. It's a kind of basically a smart editor for XPath and selectors, which helps you guys to get all the information about the web elements, about the selectors, about it also helps you to automatically generate XPath and selectors. It gives you the correct information about the any kind of errors, exception, and the web element. Everything it helps you. It supports all kind of elements like shadow DOM, iframe, SVG, nested iframe, shadow DOM, inside iframe, close shadow DOM. Everything it's used to support and gives the information that I will help you guys to understand. Few things before I show about the features of this. I really want to show you guys and discuss with you guys that what are the myths and misconception about the XPath and selectors. So many a times, like in general, I always used to ask that, is there anyone who feel like we are not using any XPath tool, any XPath or selectors tool? Is there anyone who feel like because generally like even I used to say, when I was not in testing space, I used to say that we don't use any XPath. Sorry, we when selectors and other tools was not there or not there, then I also used to say that we are not using any XPath tool, and we were using the dev tools to write our XPath and selectors. So yes, like Gopal is considering that he is not using any XPath and selectors tool. Yes, always dev tools. Perfect. So you see that when we use the dev tools here, like let's say if we have to write XPath or selectors for any element, so let's say we used to write the XPath for this one, enter name here. Okay, so ID is available, so we can simply copy this ID. If you write the XPath like /input @ ID is equal to this fields. right? So this is the ID which we have written XPath for this particular element. I hope this is visible. And it is showing 0 of 0. Now you see that first of all, this misconception that we don't use any tool to write XPath in Selector, that is, this sentence itself is wrong. We are using dev tools, right? And this dev tools is also a tool. So definitely there is no one who is not using any tool to write XPath in selectors. There is everyone who is using XPath, and there is everyone out there, and everyone has to use the tool to write XPath in selectors. So do you guys agree that yes, everybody is using a tool to write XPath in selectors? There is no one who is not using a tool to write XPath in selectors. Everybody is using DevTools. So consider DevTools also a tool. In fact, DevTools is one of the most used tool out there by developers and testers for development and testing. Great. So now we agree on this point that yes, everybody use the tool. This is a kind of like misconception we used to say that we are not using the tool. Now, the fact, like the big question is we need to understand the tool which we are using to write XPath and selectors, is that tool providing us the correct information or not? Right. This is the question which is more important for us, which we need to answer, and which we need to know that the tool which we are using, like here we are using this dev tools, we need to know that this giving this correct information, like it is showing 0 of 0. While this is correct XPath, isn't it? Double forward slash input at the rate ID is equal to kills. Right, this is the correct XPath for this particular element, but it is showing 0 of 0. Can anyone suggest that why it is showing 0 of 0? Even though the X path is correct. Anyone would like to answer? I'm looking at the chat. Relative X path? No, nothing like relative X path. This is the X path. Any other guess? Like why this X path is showing 0 matching node, while that is like correct X path only. DevTools was not created for that function. Yes, that is also a kind of like correct answer. Double quote, Rohit is saying double quote. There's nothing like you use double quote or single quote. You can use anything. Like let me use the double quote here. Still it is showing 0 of 0. Shadow DOM. Yes, Rakesh, that's the correct answer, that it is inside Shadow DOM. So now Shadow DOM, okay, that's correct answer. Uh, that it is inside Shadow DOM. But do you guys know the reason that why it is showing 0? Yes, we know that this is inside Shadow DOM. We got to know because this could be inside Shadow DOM. So this is inside this shadow root. So we are saying that this is inside Shadow DOM. But what is the region it is showing 0 of 0? Now let me explain. Okay, that's a very close answer Rakesh has got. Very good. Thanks for this. Now you see that it is showing 0 of 0 because DevTools, you cannot verify selectors for shadow root element or shadow DOM element in DevTools using Control plus F or Command plus F. Even if, first of all, the logic, the concept which you need to know is this, that shadow root element, shadow DOM element cannot be located using the XPath. We cannot use XPath for the shadow root elements. So first of all, this is itself is wrong. We cannot use XPath. Okay. Now here comes the SelectorsHub. Just open SelectorsHub and you see that as soon as you open SelectorsHub, this tells you that this element is inside Shadow DOM, which can't be accessed through XPath. Use cssSelector for it. So this helps you, like SelectorsHub helps you to learn about this concept. Suppose if you are a fresher, in fact, like in this call itself, like we are so many people out there, but hardly anybody could guess that this could be inside shadow DOM. And now let us paste this XPath which we were writing here and it was showing 0 0. Now let us paste this here and hit enter. You see that what it is showing you, the message XPath doesn't support shadow DOM. So here you will get the right information that what mistake you are doing. Here it might, like in many interviews also these days, after we have launched this selector, so many people ask this kind of question as well in interview, just to see how much knowledge you have about the DOM or elements. So this is very very important concept, that we need to know that what is wrong, what is right, what gives you the correct information, what kind of DOM element it could be, whether it supports XPath, it can be located by XPath or CSS selector. This selector sub will help you if you will make any kind of mistake. Okay, so now CSS selector supports. Okay, so let us write the CSS selector for this element. Now if you see that here, if you write CSS selector for this element, this is still showing 0 0 in DevTools. Now if you copy this and paste it here, first let's inspect this element here and paste it here, you see that it is showing one element matching while it is showing 0 0. So this is very very important to understand which tool gives you the right information. Many times people ask in interview, this is showing 0 0 while this is the correct selector for this. You will say shadow DOM, but shadow root also supports the CSS. Shadow root elements can be located through CSS. So what is the right selector? This is right selectors only, just that this doesn't support. Okay, so now you guys got this concept, this that what is give which tool gives the right information about XPath and selectors. Yes, so there is a question. Kanchan is asking, what is the concept of shadow DOM? Like, can you please clear in short? Yeah. So you see that basically developers used to introduce this shadow root. Whenever you see, first of all, whenever you see this shadow root thing in the DOM, that's where inside whatever is there, whatever elements are there inside this shadow root, you can consider use. I mean, that is basically inside shadow DOM. Whatever elements are there under shadow root, those are under shadow DOM. Okay, we used to call this shadow root as shadow DOM. Now, when developers use this shadow DOM, whenever they have to reuse the code for reusability purpose, they also use this is also being highly used for the security purpose, because mostly like attackers and outsider cannot inject their javascript easily inside this. If it becomes closed shadow DOM, then this you can see that open, sometimes there is a closed as well. You will see some of the elements which are inside closed shadow DOM like this. So in this case, like now, even selectors cannot be written, even CSS selector cannot be written. You cannot perform any action through automation, or you cannot locate through locators inside them. So that's where they use closed shadow DOM. So basically it is used for multiple purposes whenever they have the requirement. So whenever you see this shadow root, that's where you can understand that okay, this is inside shadow DOM, these elements are inside shadow DOM. And it could be like multiple shadow DOM, nested shadow DOM, that I will explain you guys going forward. I hope that helps. Okay, now let us understand few more concept here quickly. If we write here, let's say double forward slash a, it shows 88, it shows 79. Now, why this difference is there? Can anyone guess like which one is correct and why 88, why here 79? This is basically, I'm sure like you all knows that it is a very vast asked question, that how many links are there in this page, how you will get to know them, right? This must be asked from many of you in interview. How many links are there on this page, how you will get to know? So can anyone tell us that why in the DevTools it is showing 88 and why in selectors of 79? Any guess, guys? uh, like keep answering, even if it is wrong or right, doesn't matter. This will help us a lot. This will help me to explain you guys better. It has removed duplicate links. Rohit, maybe two links are hidden or not on page. No, everything is there on the page. Whatever DevTools is showing, whatever SelectorsHub is showing, everything is there on the page. So nothing is hidden, nothing is. They count title also. Okay, this could be somewhere like close. Kanchan is saying they count title also. Anyone else also want to guess anything? Okay, now let me explain. So here you see that maybe Kanchan, are you thinking that they are also counting this like here like this string double forward slash a if you're saying that. So here what happens like when you verify here in DevTools, it also shows you the match count of string. So you see that this is not an anchor tag, but here it is found this string match of double forward slash a here and double forward slash a here. That's where it is considering this as a match count. While we are, because we all are automation testers here, we are trying to write the automation script, right? So we all want to just verify the X path. We don't want the this string match. Agree. So when you verify here in DevTools, if there will be any string match, it will show you that as a count. Now, this is exactly same mistake we all used to make. Like we start saying that there might be duplicate links, there could be some elements hidden or pages not loaded completely, something like that. But we always forget that it used to show the string match as well. And now let me show you. It is right there written in the DevTools. You see that when you do Control F, it clearly right here find by string. The very first feature of DevTools is find by string, then selector, and then XPath. So the very first feature of DevTools Control F is to find by string. So they used to find string first and then selectors and XPath. Okay, so when you verify here double forward slash a, it has the string match as well, which is not the correct XPath count or string match count. It is the combination of string match as well as the XPath match. While here when you verify, it shows you the only links count, and here it shows all the anchor tag. You see that here. If you scroll it, you will see all 79 links here. And as soon as you hover, it will highlight in the screen. Like you see that when you hover on this, it will highlight which element is that one in the red outline. Like right now it is Selectors Hub Innovation Inspired on top left header, that title. So when you move your mouse, it will show you that which element, which link is that. So this concept, I hope like this concept is also clear, and this is good. You guys got this concept, like what it is showing, what it is not showing. Yes, Vijaya, like selectors hub shows only XPath in selectors count. Now you see that very simple thing, like if you verify like CSS selector for links, link tag, what is CSS selector? It will be A, right? So if you verify here, like single A, it is showing 1093. Are there 1093 anchor tag on this DOM? No. Even if it is like showing this A match here, and wherever it will find A, it will show the match count like all these. While here, if you verify A, it should show same count, and that's what is it is doing. Okay. So and now one more thing, let me show you. If we write any XPath, like let's say we are writing for any element, let me write. Suppose we are writing XPath for this password. double forward slash input, sorry, and id is equal to, this is showing one of three. Okay, now observe it carefully. This is happen a lot in many cases. I will show you how. So this is the XPath we have written. Now suppose for this is a little tricky thing. Just observe guys. So again, like it is showing 3 1 2 3 because there is a string match of same XPath. So it is showing three matching node. Okay, while actually this is only one XPath here, one matching XPath, which is correct. Now if you guys would be writing XPath for this particular element, you might got confused and you will try to make that unique because it is showing three matching count. We will never see that, oh, there could be a string match, right? So here this is only one match. This XPath is correct and our work is done. We need not to make that, we need not to put some effort here to make that unique, this one, and this is correct only, right? Now if we copy this XPath and use it in our script, will this XPath work? Like let me just paste that XPath. Now it is showing 0 of 0. What happened? Why it is showing 0 of 0? We just use the same XPath. Any guess why it is showing 0 of 0? Any guess guys why this, like because we just wrote this same XPath and it was showing three matching count. Now it is showing 0. Any guess? And trust me, many people have had this problem whom I have resolved and they have wasted a lot of time. And it's a very simple tricky thing, nothing else. But if you try to figure out with the bare eyes, then it's almost difficult to figure out single quotes. But with the single quote it was working earlier, right? It got covered by scrolling. No, no. So elements generally doesn't get covered by scrolling, or if you uh, like they generally not are hidden until unless there is those elements are not being loaded by scrolling. So Rakesh, I mean, it's like sometimes your assumption is right that it might have unloaded from the DOM because of scrolling, but generally it doesn't happen always. It happens on those kind of website which are like where search results are loading on scroll, like flight search or Google search, which used to load the DOM or elements in the page when you scroll. So here what could have happened? This single quote is answer little close, but I really want to know the region. Like is single quote, just saying single quote is not the actual region. Okay, let me explain here. This is very tricky and many people have. Okay, now that's the correct answer. The quote is changed. Yes, that's the correct answer. So you see that here, this single quote has changed from vertical to tilted one. Now how you will get to know, because with the bare eyes, like it's generally because this is a very simple XPath we have written. Generally it is something always like very lengthy XPath and somewhere your single quote vertical quote get changed to something else. I will show you with this a smaller one so you can understand. Now we are copy pasting this XPath here and it is showing 0 of 0. You will scratch your head and then you will keep thinking why it is showing invalid XPath, why it is 0. Copy this XPath, paste it here in SelectorsHub and hit enter. You see it will let you know that XPath doesn't support tilted quote, use vertical quote. And this is where we were making mistake. You can make this vertical and it will work. And now you see that how it has changed when you start typing in, like I'm using Mac, sometimes it happen in Windows as well. In the note, when you delete something and you type quote, single quote, you see first it type vertical and then it become tilted. Even if you type double quote as well, that also get changed. So you see that you have done correct thing, but it changed. And to figure out this thing, many people have wasted many time, much a lot more time, and sometimes they are not able to figure out what could have happened. So this silly mistakes you will not be able to, you will not make. Selectors hub will help you guys to learn about such concept. If you will be making any mistake, like let's say you are learning something and you make mistakes such as square bracket missing, so what will be missing, what should be, what you should write, that all it will help you, that close square bracket is missing. If you type forward slash, what you should write before and after, that all it will help you to learn. While if you try to write and learn all these things, it will not help. Okay, so basically, like it will help you to learn about DOM, XPath syntax, errors, CSS selector, etc. Any questions so far, guys? Any doubt? Okay, no question. Cool. Now, so uh, generally you all might have used selector sub like this way, that using in dev tools here. So first let me quickly show you how you guys can get this selector sub and from where. So on selectorsub.com you will see that first thing is selector sub. Here if you click on this, it will show you the selector sub page where you will find the information about this. And it's very simple actually, just the like simple Chrome browser plugin. I mean basically it's available for all the browser. You have to simply install it, add it in your browser, and then you can use it. So here you click on install. Let's say for Chrome you can add it, because I have already added it in my browser. So this is showing here remove, otherwise it will show add to Chrome. Once you will install, it will show you, it will not show you here, you will have to pin it to toolbar, because I have already pinned, so it is showing here. So you just make sure you pin it here, and after installing it, make sure you restart your browser, or you open a website. There should be a URL here, make sure that there is a URL. If you will try in blank tab, let's say if you open this here selector sub, you will feel that this is a website, but this is not a website, this is a blank tab. Here it should be always here URL here. And if you have open in blank tab, then you will see this kind of error, like don't use it in blank tab, open google.com. Okay, so make sure that you open blank google.com. Now, here you see that if you have to use selector sub, you have to right click, click on inspect, and then you find selector sub here. By default, selector sub, when you will install and try to open first time, it will be as a last step, guys. So don't forget that, like, do not worry if you don't find it here, because you will see that you will not find selector sub here, then you will always selector sub here. You can drag and drop here. These are quick tips. You can drag and drop anywhere this tab. Now, this was a challenge that every time you have to right click, click on inspect, and go here and open selector sub. You need not to do all this. You can open selector sub in just single one click. Click on logo and selector sub is here. Boom. So it becomes much easy and a lot more easy that you can open selector sub just in one click. See, and good thing about this, that once you open it here, you can access it any tab. This one, like for any tab you can use selector sub. You need not to open again and again. Like if you are using dev tools to write XPath and selectors, or you are using selector sub in dev tools to write any XPath and selector, there you have to open it again and again. Like you will have to open dev tools. Now this dev tools you cannot use on this page. Here you have to open it again, but selector sub you can use in any tab. Same, just once you open and you can like always use this anywhere. Good. So now suppose you will be asking, you will have this question, how we will inspect these elements if we have selector sub here, we don't have that inspector of DevTools, right? So here you have selector sub inspector, you can use this, and this is super duper powerful than the DevTools one. Because suppose if you have DevTools one and you hover on any element, like let's say you have selected this inspector, you hover on this, you don't get to know that what property this element has. Like this is svg element, but you are not able to get that this is svg element, or if anything, like this is inside shadow dom, but you by hovering on this you will not get to know that this is shadow dom, right? You are not able to get to know. But if you use selector sub inspector, then you see the power. It is letting you know just by hovering that this element is inside shadow dom, this is inside shadow dom, this is inside close shadow dom, what can be done, what cannot be done. This is like any spatial property, if it will be holding, it will right there tell you, like this is svg element. If anything will be like inside iframe, like any element will be inside iframe, it will let you know that this is inside iframe. So this is very very helpful for you all, that you get to know that this is inside iframe shadow dom just by hovering on that, and you inspect the element and it will give you all the information here. Like you get the iframe xpath and xpath selectors for that particular element. If it will be inside multiple iframe, it gives you the information that this is inside multiple iframe, xpath for all the iframes and xpath for that particular element. So the all information you get, and you can use it in any page. You see that it's letting you know that this element is inside two nested shadow DOM, selectors for that shadow DOM, and all those things. So you get that all information, and just inspect the element, any element, to generate the XPath and selectors for that element. All possible selectors it used to generate, you can scroll and see. And here css selector XPath. Here you, if you want to write XPath and selector for this element, so selector sub is an smart editor. You start typing here and you can see that you will be able to, just by like start typing, and it will suggest you, auto suggest everything, like attribute value. You need not to copy and paste or type everything. So this helps in that way. Isn't it amazing? Like you are able to open selector sub in one click, and you are able to use it in all tabs. No more burden, no more headache. Inspect any element and get all the information from here. Like alert, this is svg element and it doesn't support standard xpath format, so that also you get to know. So you basically get all these things. It supports shadow dom, iframe, svg, all kinds of element. This we have seen. Now, how much time do you guys take to write one locator page? Now let us talk about something to save more time. Like, okay, these simple features, these are simple features and a standard feature of selector sub, that it can be used to write XPath and selector. It can be used to generate XPath and selectors automatically, all possible selectors. It shows the matching count. You can copy the value from any, just by clicking here. If you want to edit value of any XPath or selectors, you just have to like click on that particular XPath and you can add it here. If you want to save this in selectors hub, you click on this plus icon, it gets saved here. Whenever you want to access, you can access this. So that you can do, like let's say you are to write a new XPath here, and you, let's say we have written this, but now we want to access the previous one what we have written earlier, so that you can access from here. So that is there, so it saves a good amount of time, and these are the simple values and all. Cool. Now here let me show you something special. Suppose we are writing XPath and all. Okay, you can quickly inspect and generate. Okay, I can copy this value, go back to my editor, and I can write this thing. But here you see that, suppose this is my framework, and I used to write XPath and selectors like this in this format. I will have to type this at find by, or I will have to like, I can copy paste this one, of course. But isn't it like little time taking for me, that now I will have to delete this value, copy this, paste it here, and then I will have to write this at cache as well here. and then this XPath is for whatever field that I will have to type, enter email. So that I will have to type here. This is one command I have made. Isn't it time taking for me? Like, I just got this XPath from there. I have to type this at find at cache lookup complete thing again. How many of you do this way? Like, you copy the XPath or selector from here, go back to your editor, then you type this thing. Like, let's say I have to get this for password field. Okay, now I will have to copy this, paste it here. I will delete this XPath. I will delete this as well. This is for password, and this is for this is this XPath. I will copy, paste it here. How many of you do this way? Rohit, yes. Okay, there was question like how you opened it with one click. So Fatima, I guess you got it that. Just you have to click on the logo and you will get it. Okay, Rohit, and okay, so pretty much everybody used to write the just get the XPath from SelectorsHub and then you uh, get it from there. Hanuman and Gopal is also saying same. Okay, cool. Now let us. What if I say that you can get this complete command from SelectorsHub? You need not to type this thing. Let me show you. So here you see that this code thing is there. Code. Click on this. This both whatever feature I will be showing you guys here. They are also available in DevTools SelectorsHub as well, just that we have made it available here. Now you see that when I click on code, it shows me this command like driver.find element by.xpath and xpath value. Now you see that if you are using this simple standard format of Selenium, driver.find element by.xpath, you got this. You can simply copy this and use it in your framework. But here, if you are using this framework, then that also you can get. Here you click on this box and you will see all these commands. Select this one, add find by, because this is the framework we are using. You can also edit this as per your framework. If any other format you are using, that you can change. The video and tutorial is available here. You can see that question mark. So do not worry about that if you are using anything different. Or if you miss in this session as well, if anything, don't worry. With every feature, there is a tutorial. Okay, now select this and you see that you got this complete command. I can simply copy this, go back to my editor, and now you see the magic. You paste it here. We got this complete command, whatever we were writing manually. Now you see that what we have to do, you just inspect any element here, like let's say mobile number field. I can simply got this, come back here, paste it here. You see this is my mobile number command. I can inspect any element here, user email, copy this, go back to code and paste it here. If you want to keep it in one line, you can keep it in one line. If you want to change it to next, you can change it. Isn't it amazing? Like just in one click you are getting the complete command. I hope like you anybody was aware about this feature. Great. Sure, Kanchan, I will repeat this. Great. Even much more, I will make it more simple for you guys, not just this. Okay, so how you can get this thing? There is a code feature here. Okay, so by simply you generally you use selectors up like this. You inspect the element and copy the XPath like this. You want with command, click on this code. Here is the code. Maybe you might keep it like this. So expand this for the better view. Click on this code here and you see that here you will find this command. If you don't like, by default it will be showing this driver.find element. You click on this box, it will show you the drop down. You can select whatever command you are using. Suppose you are working with Selenium with Python, there is a command. If you are using Cypress, cy.get is there. If you are working with Playwright, await page.locator is there. If you are using this find by XPath, that is also there. If you want to edit something else as well, you can edit this. You just have to keep the everything same. Wherever you are writing XPath, just change that with XPath value. You can see more, like just hover on this question mark, you will learn more about it. And if you ever face any challenge, I'm always here. Okay, I hope this is clear now. Now, let me show you even like more easier way to write the locator page. Okay, so suppose in this page we have to write the locator page for all these elements, whatever elements are here in this page. Okay, so what we will do right now, we will inspect this element. We got this command, copy this, go back to editor, paste this, come back, then again I will inspect this element, copy this, paste this, then again I will inspect this element, copy this, go back to my page, paste this. Now you see that we are wasting a lot of time by just copying one by one and pasting the code here. If I have to do for 100 elements on this page, that will take a lot of time for me, isn't it? So can we generate this complete locator page in one shot and paste it in our code? Like whatever commands, like all these commands we paste in one shot here, not one by one. Yes, we can do that. Let me show you how. Are you guys enjoying this session? Great. So here, what you have to do, just keep this code on. Now here you see that POM page. Click on this POM page and now see the magic. Just keep this command on and then click on the POM page. Now you start inspecting all the elements for which you want to generate the locator page. Select this inspector, click on this element, and now you see that this command is generated here. Again select inspector, click on this, again select inspector, click on this, again select. So now you just keep on inspecting all the elements for which you want to generate the locator page, and you will realize that your complete page is generated here just in few clicks. And you can see 10 commands we have generated. You can do hundreds of whatever you want. Now there's a copy button, click on this copy button, come back to your editor, and boom. So you see that your complete page is ready. And here you don't need not to worry that like keyword generally you write, right? So it used to pick up the very correct keyword as well, like this is for enter email, this is for enter password and everything. And XPath and selectors, whatever is generated by selectors hub, we can guarantee, and in fact I can guarantee it will always be better than a human written. At least for in the 90% cases you will find always a better XPath generated by selectors hub, and that's the reason like it is being recommended by Selenium as well, and everybody recommends. So you generate the locator page just in few clicks. Isn't it amazing and more time saver like this? So this way you can save a lot of time and generate the locator page. Yes, everything. Like, but for Shadow DOM, you will have to handle the Shadow DOM elements like in a different way. So that you will not write it in locator page, because Shadow DOM just support the CSS selector and you have to write a special code for Shadow DOM elements. Yes. If there is no XPath, like XPath will always be there. Okay, so Rohit, let me just explain this thing as well. For every element, XPath can always be written, but XPath is one of kind of selectors which will always be there for each and every element. Means except shadow DOM elements, XPath will always, like you can always write the XPath for every element. Only exception is shadow DOM. So remove that shadow DOM. But other selectors cannot be possible, like id will not be always possible for each and every element, name selector will not be possible. So but XPath is the one which can be written for all elements except shadow DOM elements. So but still we have covered for you guys, like you will see the CSS selector is also there, id, name, class, link text, partial link text, all possible selectors are there. whichever you want to use, whichever will be available for that particular element, that will be available here. So if you want to change in the command, that you can do. You can also download this as a Excel file, you can export as well. You can find tutorial and everything that you can do here. Okay, cool. Okay, any other questions, guys? Now I will quickly show you guys here like little advanced thing as well, if you guys want to. So this is absolutely free, whatever I showed you guys. This is the free version. In the pro version, little advanced feature is there for this thing. If you like ever want to check, so let me just quickly show you what it can do in the pro version. So suppose you have this page and you open, oh just a second, do I have the install? Okay. So what is there in pro version? In pro version we have little advanced this inspector. So you just have to, like in free version, what we have to do, like we have to select this inspector again and again. Like this used to get deactivated after inspecting one element, so you have to select again and again. While in pro version you just turn on this code, you turn on this page object model and you select inspector, and you see that how fast it can be done. You select, keep on selecting, and your locator page will be ready even within few seconds. You need not to select that inspector again and again. Here it is always remains active and you just keep on selecting. So that even goes much better, and this doesn't show the any ads or anything, so no interruption. You can simply copy and use it in your code. So that is little advanced in pro version. And of course, like there are more features. Anyways, let's come back to this thing, whatever we were doing. So we have seen this, like time to write one locator page, shadow DOM, iframe, svg, and those were like here on attending the session, you all can get the 3 months pro access. I have you must have received that in link. I will also share with you all, also like from the website as well, you can get that. I will share the link with you all to get the free pro access for 3 months. Okay, next is what happens when XPath or change, like okay, let me put it this way. So let's say we are doing testing for this particular page. We have written the automation script. Okay, whenever there is a UI change happen, generally what happens, some locators, some XPath got changed, right? Now you guys tell me, like most of the time our UI automation script used to go in backlog because there are XPath and selectors change happen, and nobody wants to verify XPath for each and every field one by one. Like let's say we have these many elements in our page, is will there be anyone who will be interested to verify, copy this XPath and verify one by one that this is not changed, this is not changed, okay, this got changed. Like there are thousands of hundreds of XPath written. Will anybody be interested to verify those XPath one by one? No one, right? And that's one of the reason that our automation script, UI automation script, used to go in backlog, and we start writing the new script. So in this case, how SelectorsHub can help you to verify all the XPath in one shot. You will not have to verify, copy this XPath one by one and paste in the SelectorsHub to verify them. You can verify all in one shot. That is XPath healing. So you see that here, what you need to do, copy this complete script. You need not to copy XPath one by one. Whatever is your full page is, you just copy that. Go to your page for on which you want to verify. Click on SelectorsHub. Here you have XPath healing. Click on this. There is an editor button. Click on this. Paste your complete script here. And here you can change the command. If you are having this, using this command for your XPath, then you can use this. If you are using this command, like let's say we are using, okay, for an example, we are using this driver.find element itself. So you keep this and now click on submit. It will fetch all the XPath from your script and show the matching count here. So all these XPath are not matching on this page, so it is showing 0 0. Now let me paste this script again, and here we are using this command at find by. So what you need to do, paste this command, and wherever you have written XPath, replace that with XPath value and submit. You see it has fetched all the XPath and showing the matching count like 0 1. So now whichever XPath got changed, I can just simply edit them here in this box and fix them. Isn't it amazing? Like now I know that when UI has changed, only 6 XPath got changed from the script, so we need not to rewrite the complete script, and we can just simply fix these 6 XPath, and our automation script can again rerun. But generally what happens in the industry, that people don't want to verify all the XPath one by one, and then they start writing the new script considering that UI got changed, so automation script is failing. Now we will have to write the new one. So this is how you can verify your complete script just in single shot. Amazing. You can save some time. Okay, good. So this will save a lot of time for you guys, this feature. And there in the like this I showed you in the free version has the XPath healing. Suppose you have the XPath and selectors, css selector id and everything, then in that case pro version can help you, because pro version has the selectors healing feature. So if you are using the pro version, that will help you to verify even the css selectors and everything, like this one selectors healing. So here if you have XPath and selectors, css selector id and all those kind of elements can be verified in the pro version of selector sub. You just have to paste that and it will verify everything. Dynamic invisible drop down elements, you can verify dynamic elements as well using SelectorsHub. So here like let's say I will show you quickly. Suppose this kind of element, you might have seen that, let's say you are searching for iPhone here and you want to inspect this and you want to write XPath for this. So generally what we do, we right click, and as soon as you right click, these elements get disappear. So how you can write the XPath for such kind of drop down which get disappear when you try to inspect them? There we can use the debugger feature. There are some drop downs on which you can right click and copy the XPath. So there SelectorsHub helps you that you can directly copy these from here itself in the context menu. Even you need not to open the SelectorsHub. And in pro version you can even see the value as well, like what is the value before you copy them. In free version you copy and then you use. So here for such drop down like which get disappear, how you inspect, we have the feature debugger feature in SelectorsHub. So what we recommend, use SelectorsHub in dev tools for when you want to use the debugger. You can use in side panel as well, just that you will have to keep the developer tool open. So let me show you here itself. No, let me show you here in this thing. So what you do, click on this debugger button of SelectorsHub on the right side. You see that turn on debugger, click on this and make this element visible within 5 seconds, the search drop down. And then after 5 seconds, SelectorsHub will stop this and you can now inspect this. Simple. Now you can inspect these drop down elements and they will not get disappear. So this is how you can inspect any kind of debugger, any kind of dynamic element which get disappear with the help of SelectorsHub debugger. I have created a detailed tutorial about it. Like I have also shown different kind of drop down elements, bubble loader as well, so that you can spin loader and all. So that can be inspected using SelectorsHub debugger. If you guys find difficulty, you can watch it on SelectorsHub YouTube channel. Just search for debugger and you will get that. So anything like you guys miss here, you will get everything on SelectorsHub YouTube channel. I will share the link as well. Then many of you might be writing XPath with respect to other element. That can also be possible with the help of SelectorsHub. Suppose we want to write XPath for, let's say, pro plans with respect to products, or enter email with respect to user email, because there could be dynamic elements. In those cases we want to write relative XPath. So that can be done. Here is a access XPath feature. Click on this and you see that it is asking inspect parent and then inspect child. So first inspect, let's say we want to write XPath for enter email with respect to user email. First inspect this user email, then inspect this enter email. So you see that this is the XPath for this enter email field with respect to user email. So this is how you can generate the relative XPath. Free pro version access to all the attendees. Yes, so we'll give the access for all of you of the pro version. uh, any question so far, guys? So you guys can get the access of this SelectorsHub Pro version from using this link. I will just take a 2-minute break, guys. Meanwhile, you just register here. You can follow the steps here on this page, on this link, to get the 3 months free access of Pro version SelectorsHub Pro. There are many features. I'm not able to show all of them. Just give 2-minute break for me, and I will come back. Meanwhile, you can register here, and then we'll continue. There we have a lot more things. I will show you two more tools which will even save more time for you guys while doing the testing. Just 2-minute break. Okay, thank you. Okay, guys, I'm back. Okay, cool. Hope you guys have taken the free access of Pro version. Do take that. You guys will enjoy a lot while using the Pro version. And if possible, like encourage your company to take these. This will help us a lot as well to serve free tools, free version in a much more better way. Okay, cool. Next thing is, what is that first thing you guys do as a tester when there is a bug in production? Any guess? Like first thing what we do whenever there's a bug in production? Try to recreate it. Yes, absolutely correct. Log into the bug tracker. Yes, that's also correct, Kanchan. Now let me show you something which we do even before that. We used to say this is not our fault, this is someone else. Agree? Like this generally always happen that first of all, whenever there's a bug in production, we start thinking that, oh god, this should not be our mistake. right? So and in that situation what happens, like we don't have the generally proof that this issue, we have done this testing and it's not our mistake. It happens most of the time that we don't have the proof of that, that we have covered this scenario, right? So how can we cover ourselves as a tester? So there are a couple of things I will help you guys. That's where this comes. Like for an example, like let's say we are doing some testing here. uh, Suppose we search for, let's say, any product iPhone, we have searched here. I clicked on this thing, then I click on this pricing, then I let's say select this radio button, then suppose we selected this, we right click on this RAM thing, and now we feel that there is a bug here. Okay, can any one of us let us know that which all steps we have followed here to reproduce this bug? Suppose we have to file the bug, that there is a bug here and it should not show here 5 star, it should show something else. So we need to file a bug here, but to file that bug we need the steps, right? Does any one of us remember the steps? None of us generally, like we won't be able to remember those steps whatever we have followed, and this issue can be reproduced by following those steps only, right? Agree, guys? Second thing is, when we file a bug, let's say we have to file a bug here, how do we take the screenshot? We take the screenshot like this, and then we used to highlight the field that where is the bug, like this, then we save it, and then we share it with the developer. Agree? This is how you file the bug. And we used to write the steps like this: open this website or go to this website, whatever it is, then search for iPhone, click here, click there, like that, whatever steps you are following, isn't it? Do you guys agree with me? Am I doing the correct thing to file a bug? Okay, so we are on the same page. Now what if I say that we can get all these steps automatically as well as that screenshot as well? Here is how. You see, the this is test case studio which I have already started before starting this testing, and you see that now. Okay, let me just open this test case studio here. You see that here we have opened this already. So now we have all these steps here. You can simply copy these steps, paste it here to your developer. It has everything. Like we open this website, we enter iPhone into search box, we click on this brand, we press enter. After that we click on this Apple iPhone 15, we click on this pricing, we click on this buy with exchange, then we scroll down, then we reload the page, then we scroll down, then we click on 256 GB, and then we right click on that. So everything has been recorded here, and you see that it also has these steps, screenshot. So like if I have to uh, file this bug, I can simply download this screenshot or right click and copy image and paste it to my developer, and you see that the field is also highlighted. So for each steps we have it everything. Let me show it again in other website as well. Like let me just show it more simple way. So what you have to do, simply before you start your testing, click on this test case studio logo, then you start your testing. Like suppose we are searching for here something, selectors up, then we scroll down, then we click on this link, then suppose I right click on this products, then I click on this practice page here, then I suppose enter company name here, selectors up, Then I suppose we want to do anything, like you want to do anything, you see that everything will be recorded here as steps. Open website, then enter this, then press enter, then click on this, right click, click, enter this, and a screenshot has been taken for each and every steps wherever we have performed the action, like this. So you have these steps, you have the data, what data you have entered, you have the screenshots. So also here you see that XPath and CSS selectors also being generated. So this way you got the like everything, and what you have done, nothing extra. What, just before you start your testing, you just have click on this test case studio logo. That's all you have to do. So isn't it really helpful and time saver? If you find any bug, you can always have these steps. When you start your testing, just click on the test case studio logo. In the background, it will be recording each and everything for you. Suppose there is no bug you found, your testing is happy and everything is fine, then you can download this test case. Along with the screenshot, it will get downloaded for you, and for future you have the proof that you have done this testing, and it will be having all these details as well, like on which OS you were doing the testing, which was the browser and browser version. Because as soon as you file the bug, trust me, like developer very first thing ask whether you were doing the testing on Mac or Windows, what was the browser, whether it was Firefox or Chrome, what was the version of browser. You have to check each and everything just by going here and here, right click, and you have to check always. Agree that all things you will get from here, and you can always refer those downloaded files and everything in your system, and you can show it to your developer. That, or if any issue comes in production, you can always let your manager know that here is the proof, we have done the testing and this is there. Did you guys find it useful? This is Test Case Studio, one of the highest rated recorder plugin out there in Chrome Store. All 5-star till date. More than 40,000 testers already using it. And how you can get it? You can simply just go to, let me close this, SelectorsHub website. This is Test Case Studio. Click on this. It will open this Test Case Studio page, and you have all these links for whichever browser you want. You can just simply click on this. Let's say Chrome. You can install it. I have already installed it, so it's not showing. And once it comes here, after adding, it will come here. It will not be showing on the toolbar, so you will have to pin it to toolbar. Make sure you pin it, and then it will be available here. You click. So you can see that, and it is absolutely safe and secure. If you feel this problem that this is a recorder plugin, it will save our data, no, it doesn't save any of your user data. It runs offline in your system, and this is very, very helpful. It is absolutely safe and secure. You see, you can read these privacy policy as well. So this is the test case studio, guys, and it has a lot more features. I will quickly explain, like now here, if you see that it used to what all other things, recently we have added lot more features in this. In fact, pro version features we have added in test case studio, that you will find under settings. So you can see that you can change these command formats as well. Like let's say you don't want to use the keyword click on, you want to use that click at, that you can change. Like you can change these keywords as well. You can define your own, like in place of open website, we are saying open website, you can say go to this URL, go to this URL. So now if you will record these sentences, let me delete this. Now if we perform any action, so it will be recording the sentences as per your term, like go to this URL, click at. So you can define your own terms, and going forward it will be defining using your keywords. So these are, like in many companies you use different term. You can also record in BDD format as well, like you can click on this change to BDD. And now if you go back to this, delete all of them, and if you record the sentences now, it will be somewhat like it will be recording in BDD format, like when the user open this website, then user click on this, then user do this, and at the end you can add your last final statement. Plus button is there, you can add the sentences. So you can add new step, you can delete a step, you can turn off a screenshot, you can generate XPath, CSS selector, There's a more options are there. Screen recording you can do. This is the pro version feature we have added in free version. You just click on this, you can also record screen video recording can be possible. Now whatever you will be doing, everything is being recorded in this video recording as well. So this video recording feature is also there in free version now. You can also generate the command. So lots of features are there. I will highly recommend you guys to please explore this, and do watch the detailed video tutorial about each and every tool which I have showed you guys, because they have a lot more features as well. I mean, this is a quick session, so I might not be able to explain each and everything, but yes. And in fact, like in pro version of test case studio, there are more features, more advanced feature under customize. You can do the you can record more test cases, more than one test case. You can also do the customization, like different kind of template and everything, column name, rename, lot more things you can do. You can find the differences between here. You can see this list of features what pro version has and what free version has. Okay, cool. So that's the test case studio, guys. Steps to reproduce the bug. You can get the screenshot, proof of testing, everything you can get. This is test case studio. uh, okay, any question? My only request to every one of you that please do present these tools in your company, so that more people get to know, and in any conference, any meetup, feel free to present them so that like more people get to know. You can also record test cases in any language. This is amazing, one of the amazing feature we recently added in test case studio. So earlier we used to say that test cases can only be recorded in English language. Now you can record in any language. Like you just see here, let's say you want to record these test cases into like Hindi language or Germany or French, whatever, that you can do. Just copy this, let's say click on, you want to change this into like any language, that you can do. So like let me just show you guys here, English to Hindi translation, suppose, click on this, I will copy and open website. I will show you two sentences. Okay, now we'll go back here, and now you see that here, suppose any website if I will open which is in Hindi language, in that particular local language, basically any language you can choose that. Now suppose we are doing the testing for this website, and this is in a particular language, and we want to record our everything in this language only. So in that case it is very very useful. Now what you do, you just click on this, and you see that here, delete these steps, and now if you perform any action here, it will be recording in that language. So you see that now everything is coming in that particular language, the complete sentence. So this becomes more meaningful and more useful. So this is how you can record in any language now. So if you are using in your local language, then you can just go here and change these sentences, and it will be done, and it will be saved forever in your local system, unless you are not installing test case studio. So every time, like next time when you will open, it will open with your own language. And if you want to go back to the default, you just click on reset button, it will reset to the default thing. In pro version, this has automatic thing, like you can just, there's a drop down for selecting the language, select that and it will change everything automatically, so you need not to do that manually. Okay, any questions so far before I jump to the like next tool, next solution? Any questions, guys? Okay, no, good, cool. I hope you guys are getting everything. Great. Okay, just quick thing I will show you in the pro version. Like in pro version, what you can do, like you can rename these columns, you can add more columns under customization. Lot more features are there. Recorded test case directly can be uploaded to test rail. uh, you can select, you can add column, you can rename column, rearrange column. And like this, you I was saying, like you want to change the language, you can directly select any language from here and it will be directly converting into that language. You need not to do like manually, you need not to, you see that all has changed automatically. So this all things can be done in pro version automatically, and can be recorded multiple test cases as well. You can always go back to your previous test case, so you don't lose anything. Like at any point of time you can go back to the previous test case what you have done last time. So that is also very helpful. And you can select any screenshots. Like let's say you just want to like download these only two screenshots, you can select and download those two screenshots itself. So that all is very very helpful. Anyways, now next thing is, how do you guys generate the test data, like fake test data? Let's say you need the thousands of email, right? So in that case, like you have to do the testing for this login form page or any sign up page. So you just need the like thousands of email, password, phone number, name. How do you guys generate the test data, fake test data? So like how do you guys generate, like are you guys using the faker library or anything? Okay, Rohit, it is asking for business email. Rohit, are you not working for any company? So you must be having your company email ID, so you can use that, and it will be like you will be able to register for that. And how do you guys generate the Faker library internal functions? Yes, absolutely. And anyone use the like there must be many people those who used to write the manually in Excel sheet, like abc at the rate gmail.com xyz like that. So we do like some people might be doing that way as well. So here let me show you guys, in few clicks you can generate the fake test data. Just in simple 3 clicks, as much data as much you want to generate you can. So here we have another free tool, auto test data. It's a simple browser, it's a simple web application. You need not to download or install anything. You just open autotestdata.com, and here you can see that it has all the fields, let's say. And like whatever data type you want to generate, we by default it comes with the names, phone, email, currency, number, range. Then JSON, whatever format you want to select, you can select. Let's say we want to generate in CSV format, and how many rows we want to generate, let's say 10 rows. Click on generate and the data will be generated here. You see that name, phone number, email ID, currency, and the number. It has generated just in simple click. You can copy this, you can download this. Suppose you don't want this currency, you can, or number range you don't want, you can delete that. Or let's say you want the email ID with any particular domain, like we want with selectorshub.com, so I can just pass my domain name, you can see that here. And we want the phone number with a particular country code, you can add that. Here in place of first name, let's say we don't need first name, we just need the phone number, email ID, currency. You want in different order, you can change the order as well. And currency, in place of dollar we want in INR. Any range I want in 100 to between 500, let's say 5000. Number range we don't want. You can select more fields as well from here, like let's say you want postal code, region, any number, like let's say any new field you want to add, that you can add, like alphanumeric field, number, range. Or if that is a text, that also you can add. It's up to you. Let's say we want the postal zip code, you can add that. And whichever format, suppose you are working in cucumber framework, you want to generate the separated by pipe, you can simply do that. 100, suppose we want 50 rows, generate, and boom, the code is generated here. I mean data is generated, you can simply download. You can see that all the email are coming with @selectorsHub.com and everything. So this is very very helpful. It's a simple web application. You just open autotestdata.com and you can generate the data as per your requirement. You can simply bookmark this URL autotestdata.com in your browser. Whenever you need, you can generate, or you can always come to SelectorsHub.com and you will find it. So this is autotestdata.com. You can watch more tutorial about it. You can find the important link about this tool in the footer. If you find any challenges, you can always reach out to us. So that's the Autotest data, guys. Any question on this? I hope you guys have found these tools useful. Okay, so no question. These are some of the logos we have collected where these tools are being currently used, and I'm sure like some of your company's tools will logos will come here, and you can see if you are working any of these in any of these companies. I mean, more companies it is being used currently. It is being used in almost every company out there in the world. Selector sub tools, and it is officially recommended by Selenium as well on the Selenium website. So you can always let your company know that they can use these tools, they can trust on these tools. And with that, thank you so much everyone for joining in. And my only request with all of you that please do share about these tools, let others know. Do share your feedbacks on LinkedIn so that like more people join next time these boot camps. And this is my profiles links. You can find my social media profile links. You can scan this QR code. And with that, thank you so much once again, everyone, for joining in. Do let me know if you have any question. And those who have registered for the pro version, just follow those steps. Drop us the email, and you will get the access if you haven't received the email yet. Whether for the free course or for the pro version, just mention in the email that what you have registered for. You will get that. And we have our Selector Sub office here in Bangalore, Whitefield. If anybody is there in Bangalore, you guys can come and collect stickers and swags. We have some goodies. So if anybody out there in Bangalore, do come and visit our office. Okay, thank you so much everyone. Yes, only request that those who have registered for the free access, please drop the email to support@selectorsub.com, which has been mentioned in the steps. So you guys will get within 24 hours, you all will get the response. Okay, let me share the link again for the free version. For SelectorsHub Pro, you can register here. Thank you, Gopal. Thanks for your feedback. Do share your feedback on social media, LinkedIn, wherever possible. And you guys can also take the certification as well from SelectorsHub website. Just go to under resources, you will find the certification here. So you can take the SelectorsHub and testcasestudio certificate as well. Just make sure that you score 75%. Simple questions will be there. So about these tools, so you can get the certificate as well. And if anybody wants to take the yes, Vijay, there's a free course. Udemy course is also available. You can register for the free course. And in the calendar invite also we have mentioned the link, so you guys can find there if you miss it here. Let me just share the course link as well if you guys want. This is the course one. Vijay, you can just follow the steps here to get the course free access.